of Representatives Ad hoc Committee on Rivers has issued a 48 hours ultimatum to the sole administration of the state, Vice Admiral Ibok A.K. Ibas, to submit breakdown of major items in the 2025 1.48 trillion naira appropriation bill. The chairman of the House Committee, Rep. Julius Ihobere, APC Edo, issued the ultimate in Abuja during the budget defense section organized by the committee. Honorable Ihobere said that the committee has gone through the budget as presented by the sole administrators and has raised several issues. He said that the administrators should submit the medium time expenditure framework MTEF, which is a legal document that should precede budget presentation. Ihobere, who is the major leader of the House, queried the allocation of 24 billion for CCTV cameras.
The committee also believes that allocating state funds to undertake federal projects without existing agreements is not proper. Even if you met it, you should demand to see that document to be sure that state funds already allocated to the states does not find its way back to the federal government one way or the other. We are not against the project. We are just saying the proper thing should be done. The question of 30 billion for gunboats and 25 billion for contingency. We know Rivers State has its own peculiarities, but we need additional details for those allocations. For the appearance. And like I said, the documents we want within 48 hours. No, give them 48 hours. If you can make it 24 hours, since these are not particularly complicated documents, that will be fine. But the maximum is 48 hours to get to us.
To be installed in the state government house, demanding for the breakdown. He also queried the allocation of 30 billion naira for the purchase of gunboats and 23 billion naira earmarks for contingency reserve, requesting for justification of this.
My question has to do with the State House budget. We see a total of 264 billion naira just for State House. There are some worrisome components in that allocation. For example, what is the justification for 30 billion naira allocation for gunboats? Thank you.
Let's see from the revenue, you have 19 billion. And so you have an operating deficit of about 566 billion. And my question is, how can you justify this operating deficit? And how are you funding it? Because I've also taken a critical look at your receipts, aids and grant, capital development fund, debt, domestic and foreign. How do you justify that expenditure? Is it necessary? And when you juxtapose that with some of the things you've done under works, like renovating your state secretariat for 50 billion, what justifications do you have around this?
Supported the security agencies in the discharge of their responsibilities. And with Rivers State, it hasn't been different over the years. The environment is generally a maritime environment, and there's a need to support the efforts of the federal government to aid the services and the work that the security agencies are doing over the years. And that is why we have this provision that we have there, with respect to the provision for gunboats specifically.